It's almost like the air you breathe, that everywhere you move, that you're surrounded by the music, and it's on all levels, you know? I mean, you cannot move through New Orleans without experiencing some portion of the music. It's just, it's like the air, it's part of the gumbo, you know? It's unique to New Orleans. I've been recently to Portland and San Francisco, and they've got their music scene, but I don't know, it's something that you almost breathe here. You know, it's the essence.
It's really laid back. I mean, I'm from South Florida where they're like kind of strict, anal about everything. Here it's just kind of lax, you have a good time. I feel like I'm at home. I'm from Venezuela, another country, and it kind of reminds me of home because it's just like so chill, like you're not worried about anything. Everybody's just so laid back.
Amazing place. It seems like it has a really strong culture, and I love all the southern architecture and the big porches, and just sort of I feel like it promotes or fosters a sense of like community and sort of like hanging out and like really like a sort of communal social. But there's definitely a sense of brokenness, but I feel like it's really hopeful as opposed to despair, and like that's another reason seeing all these people at the festival is really amazing. I was like, you know, listening to a band and I was looking at all these people and I was like, wow, like a year ago these people went through hell, like this entire city. It doesn't matter how much money you had, it doesn't matter how black or white or anything you are, like every single person here was really affected, and so it's really cool to see people coming together for music and having a really good time and just like trying to put out positive energy, because that's what music does, and like that's what we can do as people.
I don't want to say hopelessness because that's the wrong word, because what I'm seeing is there's a lot of hope. There's a lot of people that are just rising to the challenge, and we decided this year that we wanted to be a part of that, which is why we decided our vacation would be down here, because we wanted to help out us the way we could. Like I say, it's not as upbeat as it was. There's definitely a solemnness in the air, but it's a solemnness that you know, it's feeling like it's going to be overcome. It's just something that's yet another thing that's been put in the path of New Orleans over the years, and so it's but it's a good feeling. People are, I don't know, there's more of a feeling of community.
Jazz has a lot of roots in every kind of music, even rock. So I definitely think that New Orleans being kind of the breeding ground for jazz has helped every single kind of music develop. So it's really important that we keep it.
There almost has to be. I think that music in general over the United States has to have an influence coming from New Orleans. That it's kind of cradled, you know? So I think you have a flavor somewhere there, but I don't know unless you're born here whether you can have that fun. Musically, I don't think you can affect the music of New Orleans. I mean, it will evolve, it will constantly evolve, but I think always at the bottom of it will be the funk, will be the typical New Orleans sound that is part of New Orleans. I mean, the moment people hear it from other cities, they know it's New Orleans. You can't manufacture it. It's like something that comes from the air, you know, that you breathe.
It kind of is a place that time stands still, and that you could come here 10 years ago and last night in the French Quarter, and there's still the same spirit. You know, you still have that jazz spirit, and you have kind of a fusion of cultures that is really special, and everybody getting along, and it's vibrant. And it's sad to see the rest of the city, but in a way, the heart of New Orleans has never really changed. In the past year, it's all about survival, and it's kind of, the city has taken a huge hit, and the way it rebounded really was almost to be expected by the citizens here, because they are tough, and this is the culture they grew up in, and they don't want to change it. But as far as just its pure survival skills, you've definitely noticed there's a real toughness about it.
The magic of New Orleans is the evolution always to embrace all the cultures and to meld them in. They jokingly say we're a gumbo, and gumbo is that you constantly change the gumbo a little bit, you know? So I think it'll have a good influence.
In many ways, I think some of the community has grown stronger because of what happened with Hurricane Katrina. A lot of people have really come together from inside and outside of New Orleans and really are quite determined to build it back up and to make it even better than what it was before. I think that's probably the biggest change. I definitely think New Orleans is on its way back up.
I got two, the music and the food. It's just unbelievable.
That everyone needs to experience New Orleans.
That it's an amazing place, and people should come here and people should see it.
New Orleans is a great place to come to. You should come. If you've never been to New Orleans, you should come because you're going to have an awesome time. If you can't have a good time in New Orleans, then you can't have a good time anywhere, really. It's a fucking awesome place. I love it, and I'm definitely coming back.
I guess that we know how to suffer, and in the suffering we find life and we find cause to celebrate, and it's been proven in this last year.